Hey guys. So I am on my own for right now. So welcome to reading sprints with just me. But Jen's coming on right now. So hold on. Let me do this. Jen.
I know. I was like, no, you're not alone. I made it home like 20 minutes ago. So I'm here.
Good. That's perfect. Perfect timing.
Yes, I'm here.
We'll say hello, Ruth. Thanks for joining. Hello, everybody. Is everybody? Hi, Jan. Oh, there's the book refuge. I'm here.
Yep, I'm here. Yep, I made it.
Oh, my roommate just brought home dinner. That's perfect. So how's it going?
It's going great. Yeah. I just finished rereading Kiss the Villain, and now I have to transfer my notes over from it, but I'm glad I finished that. And then I don't know. I think I'm going to start Skeletons of Society for our sprints because I'll start the audio, but I did just start Can't Get Enough, the Kennedy Ryan, but it's so sad. I don't really want to listen to it right now.
Yeah.
So I might
haven't listened to her last couple, ones or whatever. I haven't read them. I don't know. It's a lot to deal with.
Yeah. I know. And I wish that I had been in a mood earlier because, I've had the e-arc for a while, but I just got the audio. And, I'm just not quite, in the mood for it. And that can be tough because her books are wonderful, but they are pretty heavy. So,
yeah.
But.
Hello, Jody. Hi, Liz. Jacqueline, thanks for joining, everybody. I saw you talk about that, and I think I was watching you and Helen's sprints later back. And I was like, oh, that sounds like it was like a cheaper audio with the Kindle. Yeah. So I almost went to go get it, but I'm like, I already have enough. I've just stopped myself from going to buy it. But maybe I'll get it for later.
Right. I was gonna say, if it's only $3, I would snag it to have anyway, because that's a good deal.
Almost have a blackout. Congrats. Yeah, you can still get a ton of I think a good amount of points without having to do a blackout.
Oh yeah.
I got my blackout last night because I finished Simple Vows. So that was my single dad one that I basically was needing for the bingo board.
Yeah. You can still get all the bingos without it being blacked out. You can get 4 of those because I just added up because Kiss the Villain only covers the LGBT one, but I'm at 55 points with my 6 books. So
yeah, that's good. Hi, Shan Reads. Oh, whoops, it went away. Let me put it back. Ever After-Thon, but starting Highlander by Kerrigan Byrne today. That's sort of a Mafia book. Yeah, well, and that's perfect for the Ever After-Thon. I think I'm going to do a reread of that because it's Governess, and that's our team is Team Governess with more of the gothic feels. And then I want to read the next one in that series because I still haven't. I think it's The Duke with that Kerrigan Byrne series. I still haven't finished. Listening to Deviant Hearts by Jagger Cole. I was hoping, Jen knows this, I wanted to get the ALC for that when Valentine PR was doing that. Because then I'm like, oh, I can get the audiobooks too. But I was already given arcs of those. So, actually, I wasn't given an arc of that one, but I've read and reviewed all of them. So I basically just decided, okay, they deserve to go to other people. I'm not even going to try and request those in the future. But I am excited he's doing audiobooks now, which will be good for, people will get into those ones. I might read a novella, Oh Holy Night by Calla Riley during the first sprint. Just finished binging the Morelli family. Sam and Mariano's Mafia books. I don't know where they are on the board, so that's why I haven't been updating, but I also read With Me. Be With Me. Be With Me is that one you just read, right?
Yes. No, I haven't read that one. Helen read it.
Oh, okay.
I read When He Takes.
Helen did, right? I think somebody did. I don't know. Yeah, like what would the Morelli thing cover? There's so many, I don't know. So
You finished them all, Lizelle? Which one?
I think that's what
You're
she's
saying
saying.
because yesterday she was only on like book Girl, weren't you only on? Or no, is that Helen? Helen was only on book 3.
Oh yeah, because she was reading the what's his name? I know it's like yeah. Which, you know, I told you, like, I've been trying to get my mom to read it, but she gets stuck on the sister one because she's like, I don't care about this. But I'm like, there's important stuff that happens in it. I still think you should read it.
Well, let me see. It's published before 2020. Pretty positive. There's let me see what else. That might be the only one.
Yeah.
I think that might be the only one on the extra prompts. Because I don't know if you had any regular bingo boards left. Okay, what do we say? Jen, do you have any other Mafia-esque historical romance suggestions? I don't really. I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't read them. I know they exist. There is, as I mentioned, there is that duet by Melanie Harlow. I haven't read myself, but it is a like speakeasy one. There's also a series by actually a local author that is like a gangster series that is set in the 20s. I'd have to look that up again. I have not read it yet, but I have copies of it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, Sarah McLean, a couple of hers have it. Like the Beast one has it.
The only one that I could think of was, and it's slight Mafia, it's not really big Mafia, is like the Joanna Shoup, like Prince of Broadway, those ones, like have those feels for them, but they're not like, you know, heavy Mafia or anything like that. But Vicious Hearts comes out on audio next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, she said, I started Saturday.
Sure. I mean, that's completely believable. I binged them all in like 4 days, so.
Hey, Marie. She's been doing really good. Like, I've been seeing all her posts on Instagram. She's been doing amazing.
She just got a black.
Oh, she said, I read them. Elizabeth said she read them all this week.
Yeah.
She totally
it's completely doable. That's what I did.
Yeah,
I think I read them in like 4 days because I plowed through the first 4, and then the second 4, I was just like, I was sucked in on those.
Yeah, I had to get to like, and then I remember I was like into it, and then I watched like your San Mariano thing, and then you're like, well, I can't tell you anything about these. And that's kind of what was amazing about that. She didn't even give blurbs because it's like, she couldn't give anything away. Like, it was so crazy. Like, it's hard to explain that series without giving anything away.
Definitely.
Yeah, I kind of was reading the Kay Webster Amalo one for the cartel, and then it's an undercover CIA agent. So I started like that last night, and then I was basically like, okay, well, I'm gonna go. I'll finish that during maybe the sprints, hopefully, and then I was reading Born for Lace a little bit off and on, kind of just started though. I know you started that. Yeah, and then I was listening to like our Buddy Read audiobook, which was like I had an ALC for it, so that's what I was kind of listening to today at work.
I did also just get Finn just now.
Yeah, I did too. So I was like, oh, maybe I can fit that in for like a last one. I don't know if it'll hit anything that I haven't already hit, you know, but
yeah.
Oops. Let's see here. Yep, she got a blackout, but still reading Mafia. Started Ruthless Creatures now.
Love it.
Sinful Oath was great. It was brought the 7 Italian Mafia. Sinful Oath. Who's that one by? Sinful.
Yeah, well, the other thing, so I was up till 2 finishing Shield of Sparrows, so I finished that last night, and that was really good. Though I will say to everyone, like, I'm not saying it's overhyped because I
Yeah.
don't believe in saying that. But it is also like I think it's going to click so well for people because it's a contemporary author writing fantasy, so it's very
Mhm.
readable. It's very quick. Well, I mean not like quick, but like it's very readable, very easy to comprehend. But like also it's not like it was groundbreaking. Like I just want to be that.
Yeah.
I want to be fair to it and say like when we see everyone going nuts about it, A, I understand why they're going nuts about it, but B, like I don't want people to set their expectations so high that like the romance was very delayed, we'll say as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I enjoyed myself though. I stayed up till 2 finishing it. So
I haven't even read any Devney Perry yet. So like I still need to read her contemporaries first, almost.
yeah.
But
Well, I don't
maybe
think
I'm going
so.
to read a Parable Damage Duet by Sam Ryanos. I thought those were on Kindle Unlimited. Maybe they got removed.
Yeah, they got removed.
Oh, bummer.
They got removed. No, I don't think you do because I think you might enjoy it better.
Yeah, going in with
You read
like
that first because I
yeah.
mean, I think her contemporaries to me are like better because she's a really good contemporary writer. Whereas this was her first not Mafia. We're talking about Mafia. This was her first fantasy book.
Fantasy. Yeah. And you've seen like I know you A.L. Jackson did that one, and then who is it? Callie or whatever who did like that
Sally Hart.
Quicksilver one. I've had
Yeah.
that on my TBR forever and I still got to it.
Well, and JT has one coming this
Oh, cool.
fall. JT Geisinger has one that was announced. Though she's written paranormal before, so
Yeah.
but this one's with Trad Pub. She has one coming, so
Okay, thank you. Kira Cole and Callus Stevens. Yeah, I just looked that up on Goodreads. Sinful Oath, Koslov Bratva. That looks familiar, like the cover, but I don't know. Yeah, so I think like people like really blow up fantasy like on Instagram and like gets a lot of the hype. So I
yeah,
think that'll maybe draw authors to kind of want to also try something new. Like
yeah.
I love what Nikki Harris is doing with this series where it's so different from like her Mafia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I thought it's pretty brave to like kind of try something completely different. Like I didn't love Sophie Lark's like Minx and those things, but I thought it was good. Like she was trying different things. Like she was
Right,
doing not just sticking with the same thing as an
right.
author.
Sure.
Okay, let's see here. Do you want to go ahead and start a sprint?
Sure.
Okay. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Okay, so we'll just do 50 minutes. We'll be back in a bit and enjoy your reading.
Hey, yeah.
Like too comfortable in bed.
Yeah, you look cozy.
How's your puzzle going? Is that a new one?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably finish it tonight. I did a lot yesterday.
Oh, you're
Like,
fast. You're fast at those.
no, I'm not. No,
I
I'm
feel
not.
like it takes me a while.
The last one took like 2 weeks
Oh, okay.
because I didn't have time. Like, I literally did puzzle for probably 6 hours yesterday. So it didn't take me long. Like it, when you sit there
Yeah.
that long, you get it. This one's also like it looks very busy, but like all the pieces are different.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not anywhere. Well, of course they're all different. It's a puzzle, but like there isn't any like space where it's hard to see. Like when you look at a piece, you can literally be like, oh, it goes exactly right there. Like you can do that. So anyway, lots of fun. though. I love it. But
how's everyone doing on their sprints? Did anybody get finished? I'm like 62% through the book. There's some, I don't know if you've read this, but there's some pretty violent stuff in it. I was kind of, it's like El Malo, Malo.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's because a bunch of her stuff finally went to Kindle Unlimited. So I was like, oh, cool. I'll read some of this stuff that I haven't read at all. So
I actually haven't read that much Kay Webster. I've only read a few, like of her most popular ones. But no, I did start Skeletons of Society, and like I like the setup. It's a MC that's going to be working with the cartel, and she runs that branch. Yeah, she runs that branch of the cartel. But like, literally their first meeting, he's getting a boner and she's getting wet. And I'm like, why? Like literally the first scene. So I was like, why did you have to do that?
Yeah.
So now I'm already kind of like, whoa, you're horny for each other immediately. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't need that in my life.
That was like my problem with Taming the Heart was like instant, like, and it was all like sexual and then sexualizing each other the whole time. I was like, I don't even feel connection here. I'm like, and it's all about their looks and sex, and I'm hard, like she's, horny for him. And I was just like, okay, like,
yeah.
Oh, Jan said, no reading, had to mom.
Yeah.
Okay, Jody, I made good progress with The Princess and the Rogue by Kate Bateman.
That's a cute one.
That's another historical romance author I need to read is Kate Bateman.
Yeah.
There's so many to get to.
No, but I don't know. We'll let it go. I'm just, this book is a little bit older too. So not like old, but like it is a little bit older too. So it's just, I'm like, there's other ways to show attraction, and I'm just, whatever. I whine about that all the time now. I've turned into that person who whines about it all the time, but
I feel like I do too. Like, it's like, once you notice it, it like becomes a thing now. Like, kind of like when I was okay with Crow, like, and I kind of got what you were saying about like it being an older one, like back then, I think it would have been good. But I was kind of like, I've moved past that kind of. I am interested in reading the other ones, like Reaper. I've heard good things about the other ones. So I still want to continue it, but it's not like top of the priority for me. That was the first time I read the author too. So, but, just some of the older ones still like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. No, that's exactly it. Once you see it and you're just like, there were other ways you could show this, it just gets kind of,
it's instant, the, twitching thing. It's like, oh, okay.
Yep. Oh yeah, no. I mean, once your eyes are open, now you're like, dang it.
Yeah, now I notice it.
Start it like that. Yeah, it's like you didn't have to start it like that.
Yeah, and like when, like I'm over books, like that was another issue I had with Taming the Heart was how long it was for what it was. I was like, this could have been 150 pages shorter, but you're doing repetitive sex scenes. Like when I'm like bored and like skimming every sex scene, like it's too much. Like you don't need to have, And I get it, like authors get more attention, I feel like, online and stuff for like the smut and the spice, but like I'm all for smut in my romance. I want it, but like I want to feel a connection between the characters. Otherwise, I don't care and I'm bored. Like I'm checked out.
Yep.
Like, so, anyways.
That's true.
Yeah, so this one there was a part where like he literally like a guy touched his, the woman he is with or whatever, and he literally like gets him with his knife, but then takes his hand in there and pulls like out like
Ew.
I was like, whoa, like on a dance floor. I was like, wow, that got kind of extra. I was like, I guess that
Yeah.
sometimes mafias take it to that other level of violence.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's just the thing is it's like, it's not a hard and fast rule because sometimes you read it. Like I love S.J. Tilly's and those, like they're always obsessed right away. And it's always really sexy. But I don't know. There's a sweet spot in there for me where if you're going to be like S.J. Tilly, like those are ridiculous. Like I love them to death. They're ridiculous. So I'm not holding that to the standard of like the same thing. But when you have one where it's like super serious criminals and like blah, 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 and then they're just like, oh my God, I need to fuck him right now. I need to like drown him in my pussy, she says, or whatever. I'm like, really? I don't know. Maybe say hi first, whatever. But we'll see. The story's interesting, so it's gonna be forbidden between the two of them. So it's not like I want to DNF it or anything. And but I definitely think the contemporary hockey one I read. See, that one was insta attraction, but the hero was like, he wasn't commenting on her body with instant attraction. He was commenting on other things. Like that's fine. So
other ways of being attracted to each other.
Exactly.
That's good. We don't have to make it all sexual and like body parts and ass and tits. Like that's when it's like, okay, we get it. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I complain about it all the time lately, but like I want to watch your video because I saw you did a video where it's like not like smutty romances, like lower. I was like, oh, that's cool. I want to see that because some people don't want it at all, even, so. Yeah. So I gotta try and I want to try and finish this tonight and then get to like Born for Silk. I was gonna read the other Neva Altai one that was like the whatever beast one. The second generation, but I didn't get to it yet. So I don't even know if I'm fully gonna get to it with where I'm at,
Okay.
But I know I want to like catch up on her stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's like
the next
second
one
generation
one. The next one isn't until July still.
Oh, okay. So I got time.
I don't even know when she's doing the next generation one. I don't know that she's announced it. But book 11 isn't until July, is what because I just updated my book about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah. Good stuff.
Are you tired from this long week of doing all these reading sprints?
Oh, no. It's been good. It's been nice to look forward to every day.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, just reading when there's reading sprints every day, it like helps you get to it, focus. It's nice. Yeah.
Well, and I've been getting through like 5 or 6 books a week, honestly. And this week I will be through like 10 again, truly having these like does help because it makes me like pick something. Like that's what it does. It makes me pick something. Whereas if I was just hanging out on my own, I might still be doing my puzzle, but if I can't pick something, I'll start watching YouTube.
Yeah.
And, like I'll start, I might get some work done. Like I'll make some graphics for Noelle, but then I didn't get any reading done because I couldn't pick. And when we're
like
doing
too, like I'll get distracted by my phone. Like I'll be reading
yeah.
and try to be focusing, and then I'll be like, oh, let me check my alerts, and then all of a sudden I get like, wait, what was I doing? And I'm like, okay, sometimes I just gotta go away from the phone. So this like totally helps that, where you're fully focused on like the sprints. So
yeah. So this helps me just like
yeah,
pick something and go, you know. If I can pick something and get started, then I finish something because I'm a person I like to be finished. So,
yeah,
you know, that makes it easier. But there's just been so many physical books I had to get through too that, you know, like this week I'll have went through 6 or I don't know how many, 6 or 7 audiobooks. Boom. That's how I get through. I've been getting through an audiobook every day, which is what I used to do back in the day. I would read an audiobook and a book with my eyes every day, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was listening during the workday, and now I get so distracted. So
I know, and like I've been really distracted at work because of all the changes and crazy hectic stuff. So it's like I'm constantly as like a leadership having to like help people and like get involved. And I'm like, I can't listen to my audiobook. And that's part of why I almost stay at this job, is because I have been able to like really just be able to do my own thing, listen to podcasts, you know, like other stuff like that. So
that's really tempting stuff, man. Because sometimes, you know, there are other perks to jobs other than money. Like there's the how it fits into your life. Like, do you have to learn a new skill to start it? Like, you get to a place where like we're at and you don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, and it's like I always think about, because they've been, you know, I've had this thing where it's like, oh, you're going to be supervisor, but we're waiting, and it's like for like the last couple years, and I'm like, my mom's always like, look for another job, but I'm so settled where I'm at that like, you know, you kind of feel stuck sometimes, like you're used to being in that position.
Definitely.
And then like I have good vacation time because I've been there a certain amount of years, you know. So, and I was like, okay, well, I was like frustrated at points, like especially these last couple of weeks, where it's like I kind of maybe I do want to, but I'm like, oh, we're going to Hawaii with my mom. My mom's like taking us all to Hawaii, and I'm like, oh, I need this Hawaii trip. So
yeah, that stuff is really, I mean, it's true. That's why places offer that though. Like the more seniority someone has, they don't, you know, they want to give you those incentives to stay, because if you have to start over again with like 7 days off and like just like that's tough to do.
And then you're starting from like the bottom, you know, not knowing the people, all the different things. So it's like, I don't know. You can see why people just stay, you know, you kind of get stuck in certain things. Like, we have people that have been there for like 20 years, you know, it's like 20 years. I'm not going to be here that long. And then,
all right. And then all of a sudden you've been there for how long?
Yeah. Okay, Chick Rules said, I read the arc for Twisted Proposal by Zoe Blake last week and loved it. Yeah, I need to read some Zoe Blake. I thought I saw something, but yeah, so let's see. Yeah, and then like I have this other readathon, so I'm like, oops, I don't know why that opened up. I'm like, I still have to get, like, I still have arcs and ALCs I have to get to, but then I still have to finally get to historical romance for the other readathon that I felt like, you know, I haven't even gotten to any. So I'm like, I got to get going on that. So, but then you see so many good ALCs that you sign up for. And then once I finally got into Mess Love Audio, I was so excited. I was like, oh, heck yes, because they have so many good audiobooks that like I've been loving that.
Yep.
Oh, she met Zoe Blake at Authors and Bluegrass last October. That's cool. We don't have a ton of like book signings out. Like I'm in San Diego, and I wish we had more out here. There was one that was happening, but like the tickets were pretty expensive. That like I was like, you know, with the authors that were actually going to be there, I'm like, do I really want to spend that much? You know?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how people can afford to go to like all these book signings and stuff. I'm like, and then you have to buy a bunch of books. And it's like,
I do not know. like I said, I do not go to very many. I
Yeah.
I have one planned for 2026 that the tickets were only $60 at the
Oh,
time. So, but that
yeah.
one's not, I think, until when is it? It's June or July of next year.
Yeah.
So, and then there's also the thing of like, obviously we'll get our money back if it doesn't work out, but it's like, what if it doesn't work out that far from now, or like what's going
Yeah.
on? But because it was only $60, I was like, I'm just gonna pay this. And
Yeah, this
it's
one was like over 300 and something. And I was
yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, it is the benefit of it's really like right here where I live, so I wouldn't have to be in a hotel or anything. But I'm like, I really don't have to spend that much money.
Well,
Where I'm
no,
at right now, I'm like, I'd rather save that money for the Hawaii trip and doing excursion, like, because I think it was going to be this summer or something. But
well, and truly, like, buy books, like you could spend $300 on books, and I don't know. The only time I would go again to one is like if, well, if my author ever ended up wanting to do one, of course, I would love to go and like work one. Like I would love to
yeah,
work one. Or if another author needed a like, because sometimes authors don't need an assistant for their job, but they need one for a
mm-hmm.
for a thing. Like I would do that. Or else I would go to one again if like friends all wanted to go to one. Like I wouldn't go to
Yeah,
one just for myself because there's nobody that I like. Any of the authors I truly want to see, I don't want to see them at a signing. I know that's
yeah,
weird to say. But once you've been to a signing, that's a big one. You don't really get to see the author, right? Like you get your book signed, you get a picture, which I know sounds trivial if you've been able to have it. Or like, but once you have it, you're like, well, that author has talked to 400 people today,
mm-hmm.
or they're not even going to remember me or whatever. Whereas if I go to a smaller signing with lesser known authors, like you get to know them and you can actually have a conversation with them. And then, so there's benefits and positives. Like, again, I would go to one again if it worked out to see friends. But also, it's a lot of money. Like,
like I always was interested in the Vegas one, but that's like a lot of money to like have to stay in Vegas and do that. I really wanted to go to one because to see like Pam Godwin or
right.
like that's like really who I want to meet. And then I've always wanted to meet Sam Mariano, but she doesn't really do them, So it's like so it's like those big authors that are like my huge authors that I love. That's the only reason like I really want to go. So this one didn't have any like these big authors. Like they had a few authors that I really enjoy, but I'm like, I don't want to spend that much money if it's not like one of my tops.
Yeah.
Hope you get on Miss Love Audio too. I was on the wait list for a while and I was like, I don't know, am I ever gonna get on? And then it happened. So you never know. Like it's awesome.
Yeah. It's tough because they have a max number of codes for each thing.
Yeah.
And like it was so weird to me too, because like someone on the team must have tapped me. I know like I put your name in at one point too, plus you request it yourself. Like that's what needs to happen for them. But they ask you at certain times like who you recommend, like you can recommend someone to it.
Yeah.
But like I got asked just to be on it at the time I was asked. So there had been one round of people that was like the start of it. And then they invited more people and I was in like that group. And now it's like how it is. So like I got really lucky. I didn't even know about them because none of my friends were reviewing with them at the time. Like I didn't follow anyone who did. So I had no idea that it was a thing. I was just getting audiobooks from Valentine and from like
the author agency.
NetGalley.
That's where I was getting them. I didn't know about Must Love Audio till I heard you mention it on your channel, and I was like, Must Love Audio, and that's like how I looked it up. I was like, who's this? Because you would have so many great books. And I was like, let me look up this. I want these people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks when there's not close to where you live. Those conventions never sound appealing to me.
Yeah, they're a lot, but the ones I went, they were fun. Both the ones I went to were definitely worth it. I just can't really afford something like that again, but it was worth it. It was a great time. So
Oh, Jennifer Eve said Romanticon this year. Had a blast. Love finding so many new to me authors. That is what would be kind of cool because you're actually going to discover new authors going to those kind of events. So I think that's good. It's just I wish it was more affordable. Like just a little bit more affordable for me. Like the bestie book reviews that I always do, like we do buddy reads, like they go to so many signings.
yeah.
Which I think they work at them now too, do things at them. But I'm like, man, like I would love to be able to, like when I see all the books they get, I'm like, but you know, people are in different places. Like I'm single, like not, you know, at the best job. I don't really have a great, like, you know, so it's like my budget is a lot lower. And I
Yeah.
already spend a lot on just most of my money just goes to books.
Yeah.
Like I like my son because I only have like a PS4. My son's always like, you need to get a PS5, and I'm like, no, I'd rather like I've been trying to get a new bookcase, and like that's where I want to get it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, do you want to do another sprint?
Yeah, absolutely.
Same time, okay? 50.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Let me do
Sure
this.
can.
All right, let me go ahead and get that started. Okay, see you guys in a bit. I was getting like super hot. I don't know why it got like hot all of a sudden. It's like later at night, but it's hot today. Ugh. Like I'm trying to I keep waiting for like the ball to drop of like him discovering she's undercover, you know, and it's taking like the whole book, kind of like the Crow situation. I'm just like, can we do it already? Can we reveal it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's always the trouble, is what the balance is in something.
Yeah. Jocelyn, hello. I'll be reading King of Envy.
Nice.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
I still have to read, I think it's the Sloth one and then Envy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just boop, boop, boop. Yeah, mine's good. She has like, the problem is that she has this like guy above her who's really possessive of her, even though he doesn't want to be like faithful to her. She can't have anybody else.
Yeah.
So now he's come to town to try to make it seem like he's the big shot, when really he has nothing to do with what's going on there. Just to try to act like a big dog in town. So I'm sure that'll be what the conflict is for this one.
Yeah.
But
yeah, mine was kind of weird in the beginning because it's not like a secret that she's undercover CIA, like the book tells you on the blurb.
Right.
But like she has her like kind of handler guy that she's been having like a relationship for 4.5 years, and she came off so like pathetic in the beginning because she was like all like thinking they're in a relationship, and you could tell he just used her for sex, and then like he would hook up with prostitutes in between their meetups, and I was like, this girl's got to get a backbone. Like here she's supposed to be like this badass CIA chick. So luckily like, but that's like an ongoing thing. But I'm like, it was weird. I'm like, I didn't expect that out of her character to be like, you know, taking that. But, you know, I guess if you're alone undercover for 5 years, you kind of, enjoying Deviant Hearts.
Good.
I love that one.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Pretty.
Hello, ladies. I enjoyed KOE last week. Now reading Aspen by Fiona Cool. Did you get the ALC for that one, Jen?
No. And I ended
up,
I'm glad I didn't, because I heard it's a cliffhanger.
Oh, no. That sucks.
So, like, I definitely want to read it. I'm looking forward to it, but I'll wait till the next one comes out.
I thought it was like a standalone or like I didn't know anything about it. I was like, oh, maybe it's connected with that previous series she had, because I feel like I haven't seen her do anything for like a really long time.
Right. Granted, that's just chatter that I've heard, so I don't know. But either way, I'll wait.
Stephanie says, really?
Yeah. That's what the ALC ladies were saying. Some people are talking about it, and I wasn't really paying attention, but then I was like, oh yeah, I have an Aspen on my TBR. I mean, I don't know what kind of cliffhanger. Some people, if there's another book, they're like, oh, it's such a cliffhanger. And it's really like, yeah, but it was okay. Like, I have no clue, Stephanie. So
yeah.
You'll have to tell me.
Like, I didn't know Gianna Darling's one was like a duet at first when I got that one. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, okay. But it wasn't like a crazy cliffhanger where I was like, oh my God, you know, like it kind of like, did you read that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a pretty big one for people.
Yeah.
October. Like,
I'm glad I knew, like, because I was halfway into it and then I looked at Goodreads and I saw people go, oh, the cliffhanger. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I was like mentally prepared for it.
It's not a happy for now cliffhanger, you know, like it's a pretty big one.
Oh, see, this is the one that everybody like keeps recommending to me that I haven't read yet is the Twist.
Oh, that you haven't? Oh my gosh.
I haven't. I think I didn't read it because it wasn't on Kindle Unlimited, and before I was like only reading like Kindle Unlimited stuff with my budget, but now I'm like, maybe I'll get the audiobooks for those.
Yeah. You've got to, like, do you earn credits though too? Like I earn credits for ebooks, so I save those for those ones.
Yeah, I think I was using it most of my credits too on like, because I was buying the Outlander ebooks, then buying a physical book, then I had the audio. So I was using all the credits for those ones.
Yeah, those are like $11. So no, that makes sense.
What was I poor Stephanie, she's like,
Yeah, I have no idea, girlfriend. So don't
lots of spanking though.
Oh yeah. Nope, she's a kinky one.
Yep, that's the kinky type series.
What I was gonna say is that here's the thing. I don't know how you feel about Twist Me now, because that was literally my like first captive with actual non-con in it. That was the first one I ever read. And so I just was riveted because I never read anything like it ever.
But now that's like
right. And she was on the cutting edge of that. I mean, there wasn't any. So it's one of those where like if you read like Kitty Thomas, like don't expect maybe the romance to be the most. It's more of the experience of it, which they're still good. I'm like, I revisited one a while back just to like read some of my favorite scenes, and I'm still like, wow, this guy's a psycho.
It says that Twist Me was my first dark romance. So that's an introduction to dark romance.
Well, right. And now when I look at it, I'm like, that's such a scary one for people to be. But it's, it's the same thing as like if people do Untouchable first, it's like, well, if you can survive this, you'll survive anything. Because it's so
that was kind of like, I read dark romance, but like my dark romance was like light, like nothing. And then I read Untouchable and I was like, okay, like I love this. And so that's what made me kind of go into like reading more.
Like and Twist Me too is like the one where when people say if someone loves the baddie that it's that it's Stockholm syndrome, and we're like, no, it's not. That one is legit. Like he breaks her head. Like he breaks it. And so, but I liked it at the end of it. I'm like, well, she can't be with anybody but him because of the way he's fucked her up. So might as well.
Yeah, he did the work.
Try to make it work for you.
Have I'm like, kind of a happily ever after for them. Like
I'm like you. No one else would do. So might as well.
Yeah, like I kind of felt like when I read Descent with like Sam Mariano, I'm like, how am I like okay with them being together? How this went, like it was crazy, but like I couldn't put that book down. I was like, that's what I like about Sam Mariano. She like she writes it in a fascinating way where it's like messes with your mind, So that one starts out pretty bad and continues pretty bad for most of the book, but I still liked it. Yeah, I have the Take Me With You or whatever, that Nina Jones one that I'm supposed to read.
Oh, okay.
And so I was supposed to read that last month, but I like was so behind I didn't even get to it. So I don't know. I'll try. I don't know if I'll get to it this month, but I need to get to it. But because I do want to read it. It was one of my 12 recs from 12 friends too. So
yeah.
And I had that on my TBR forever, but I was like, I never got it. So I'm like, okay, I just actually bought like the physical book instead of like the ebook. But so that should be interesting because I don't know. I think that one kind of sounds almost Stockholm syndrome-ish too. But I have no idea because I don't know a ton about it.
I do believe of what I've told. I don't know that one has a HEA is what I've heard.
Yeah, like there was an ALC that was just put out like by Myself Audio today, and they're like, oh, the tropes or whatever. And I went and looked at it, and I was like, I said like no HEA, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
I don't know.
Because I believe it's a prequel is what the thing is showing.
Okay.
That's why there's not an HEA. I mean, what I was reading because it says it takes place 20 years before the main series. So,
Oh,
which
okay.
I haven't read any, but I'm not really
Yeah, because I was like,
interested.
I don't know if I could do that.
Right. But when I was reading it too, they were like, because it's a prequel, they don't get their HEA till the other one, so that's why
Yeah,
it wasn't one.
that
So
makes sense. Let's see here.
yep,
Julia Sykes' new series is very dark. She admits she hasn't written anything this dark in a long time.
that's
Which
right.
series is
Reading it.
that?
Yeah.
Do you know what that
Julia
series
Sykes.
is called, Jen?
Huh?
What series is called by Julia Sykes?
I don't know what the new one is.
Oh,
And
okay.
the series I've read, she has literally changed the names of the books 3 or 4 times. She just kept
Oh,
like
wow.
So there was one time where I read the same book of hers twice, and it took me a while because I had like forgotten it. And then it had a different name, different cover. And of course, inside the book, it says, this is this book. That happens
Yeah.
sometimes. But like, I legit got into it. I'm like, oh my God, that's this one. But no, so one of her books, the one that has changed its name a few times, the reason why I read it is because it was pitched as if Penelope from Criminal Minds,
Oh,
if she, not her like full aesthetic, but
yeah.
it was if Penelope decided to get out behind the computer and became an agent and
Mm.
then went in the field. So it's actually a kidnapped FBI agent and a mafia guy.
Oh,
So she gets
wow.
kidnapped because she is also a computer girl.
Mm-hmm.
So she is both an agent and the computer girl. And so she's been messing with their organization. And so they kidnap her to make her stop. And she
Yeah.
gets given as a gift to, I think it's one of their murderers or one of their, I mean, they're all murderers, but
Yeah.
that one was like, so that one is like master slave pretty much.
Oh, wow.
But like, I liked that because it is intense what's happening to her, but she also still
Yeah.
is a little bit sassy at the same time.
So she has some spirit at least during it.
Right. And yeah, and also like he's giving her so much attention as he like breaks her, whereas like she has been in the way that it's a little bit like Penelope is that she's in love
Yeah.
with another agent and she became an agent so she could like impress him and then like it didn't work. And
Yeah.
so she's done all these things to get attention and now she gets attention from the guy who she was gifted to. So like I don't
She
even know
got
the
the
name of
wrong
it
person's
at this point.
attention.
Yeah, I don't know the name of that one at this point because it changed, but like that's the one that still lives rent free even after all this time.
Oh,
So
this one she said is called Compulsion.
yes,
It's
yeah, I saw
dark
that.
stalker romance.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And then she said it's called the Malady Trilogy. Those Sweet Captive and Sweet Captive, her is his POV.
Sure. There you go. That's it.
My Sweet Captive or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to look into her because I haven't read her before.
At one point those books were like named after the characters, I think, or something. So then they like changed to that, and that's why I was confused. But I read more than just that one when I read it. I read a few, but that was my favorite one. So
I'll have to check those out.
yeah.
My Sweet Captive. Well, I'm probably gonna have to call it a night because I haven't ate dinner or anything yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 9:30 here. So
yeah, it's getting late over there. Well, thank you for joining me, Jen. It's it's great to do reading sprints with you.
Yes, I love getting to do it with everybody. It's been great.
I know, it's so fun. Oh, it's 10:30 there. Yeah, I'm in Pacific, so it's 7:30 right now. So not too late for me, but I still gotta like eat and shower and stuff for work. So well, thanks everybody for stopping by. And then do we have another reading sprint tomorrow?
Yep. Yeah, tomorrow is on Kyan's channel at 1 p.m. So it's a daytime one. I may do one on Saturday. I don't know yet, so it'll be a surprise. But if people, if you're following us on Instagram and on my YouTube page, I may throw one out there. in the afternoon. We'll see if I get my work done. That's why I'm not scheduling it for sure, because I don't want to rush through my work. But I mean,
well,
we
I'm
might
excited because Helen is actually gonna try and join my live show for my Immortals After Dark on Saturday, which I was really excited because. Good night, Stephanie.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was really
What time
excited
is your
because I
live?
wasn't gonna have anybody on with me.
Yeah.
I was like, so.
Well, and I told you have to tell me if that ever happens to you. You've had my back forever, but I'm glad Helen has because she's been keeping up. But what time is that one?
Well, so we're gonna do it at 2:30, so it's gonna be kind of late for her. It'll be like 10:30, but she said, "Oh, it's the weekend."
No, it's 8:30 for her. That's not too late.
From I think she said it was 10:30 because I'm 8
Oh,
hours.
I lied. I'm sorry. Yeah,
yeah, because we were trying to figure it out because I'm like, because I also have to like clean my mom's house all day, so I have to like rush. So I'm gonna be rushing even to like finish that by that time.
That's
So I'm like,
okay. You guys are even further apart. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, those ones go pretty quick, don't they?
Yeah, I'm like, it's just like even short, probably not even an hour, it's really quick. We'll just,
Okay. Well, good to know. I don't want to step on top of yours, so.
Oh, don't worry. You can do your sprints whenever.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I might want you to join if you can, so I'm not going to do it at the same time in case, so. But, okay.
All right. Well, all right. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you on the next sprints.
Bye.